Hey everyone! So today I'm going to show you something just a little bit easier. I'm going to show you how to make this little nail polish bottle. Pick the colors that you would like to use. For the polish you're going to use about 131 bands, and for the actual handle you're going to use about 45 bands. Today I'm going to make mine exactly like this one. You're also going to need one stitch marker, your hook, a little bit of stuffing, and I'm going to use part of my loom just to start me off on the magic ring. So I do hope you enjoy, and let's get started. For round one, we're going to use our loom. So turn your loom upside down, and we're going to do 5 single crochets in the magic ring. So I'm going to take one band, I'm going to wrap it around 3 times around the bottom peg. 1, 2, and 3. With your hook, you're going to reach in and you're going to pull the 5 bands through one at a time. So reach in with your hook and you're going to bring one band through as if you're doing a slip knot, and bring your band over, and you want to bring this band to the side. Go back in keeping this band on your hook, and you want to bring your second band through, put it on your hook, this end, and you want to bring these 2 loops over. Bring it to the side. Go back in for your third band, bring it through, on your hook, and bring these 2 bands over. Bring it to the side. Go back in, your 4th band, bring it through, bring these 2 loops over, bring it to the side. Go back in for your last band, bring it through, on your hook, and bring these 2 bands over. Now attach your stitch marker to the band that's around your hook, and then you can remove it off the loom, and you should have 5 stitches. So I'm going to move my bands around so that they're nice and even. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is on your hook. For round 2, what we're going to do is add 2 bands to each chain around. So the pattern is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So you're going to add 1 band at a time. So you're going to go in your first chain, go through both of those loops, and you're going to pull 1 band through on your hook and slide. Go back in that same chain with your second band and bring it through. Moving on to your next chain, you're just going to do the same thing, adding 2 bands, 1 at a time. Go back in, your next chain with 2. Back in, and the next with 2. Go back in that same chain, and the last chain with 2. So you should have 10 stitches. I'm going to count before I remove my stitch marker. Don't count where your stitch marker is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is on your hook. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band. For round 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet and then 1 increase, repeating 5 times. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Repeat 5 times, and at the end of round 3 you'll have 15 stitches. So I'm going to go in my first chain, not where it's getting pulled, and I'm going to bring 1 band through. Going on to the second chain, you're going to bring 2 bands through, 1 at a time. Back in, and start again. The next chain with 1. Moving on to the next chain, you're adding 2 bands, going back in, and just repeat 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way till you hit your stitch marker. In the last chain I have 2. So you should have 15 stitches. Just move your bands around, and then you can remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 4, I'm going to do 15 single crochets. So I'm just going to add 1 band to each chain around. But on round 4, on this round, we are only going to grab the inside loop. So I want to make sure that the bottle is going to be built upwards. So we're just going to grab the inside loops all the way around. So I'm going to get started going on my first chain, not where it's getting pulled, and I'm just going to grab the loop that's facing the inside. And I'm going to bring 1 band through on my hook and slide. So you can see I didn't grab the whole chain there, just the 1 little loop. The next chain, just grabbing the inside and bringing a band through. The next, bringing a band through. So you're just doing this all the way around until you hit the stitch marker, and then you'll have 15 stitches. Inside loop. Oops, I dropped my stitches, pick them up, and slide. The inside. Inside only. You can see that now it's growing up, so just remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For rounds 5 to rounds 9, all you're going to do is 15 single crochets. So you're just adding 1 band to each chain around. I'm going to do round 5 with you, and then you're going to pause the video to do round 6, 7, 8, and 9. So going in my first chain, not where it's getting pulled, we're going to grab both of the loops. And you're going to bring 1 band through. Going in the next chain with 1, bringing it through on your hook and slide. And just continue all the way around, and you should still have 15 chains. So in each of these piles I have 15 rubber bands. Next chain. When I'm doing so many rounds, I like to leave my C-clip on and just grab another one, so then I can kind of count which row I'm at, so I know one's completed and I'm going to start my next one. Or you can just remove this and attach it to the band that's around your hook. So all I would do is just continuing with the next round, round 6, going in my first chain, not where the stitch marker is, and adding another rubber band, and just go around. All the way around. So pause the video now and then come back to me when you're done. For round 10, what I want you to do first is I want you to fix the bottom. So your little nail polish bottle should look kind of like this. What I want you to do is with your fingers, Just move it around, and what you're doing is just pulling the end here with your finger. So I'm just grabbing and giving it a little stretch. And this is what it should look like so far. So for round 10, the pattern is 1 single crochet, 2 and 3 together, 1, 2 and 3 together. So basically 1, you're going to stitch 2 and 3 together and just repeat 1, 2 and 3 together all the way around. On this round though, we're just going to grab the inside loop. So I'm going to start off going in my first chain. So we're just decreasing this round to 10 stitches. I'm just going to grab the inside loop, not both, and I'm going to bring one band through. So just grab the one little loop. You're going to do that all the way around. So the pattern is, now I'm going to take 2 inside loop and 3, and I'm going to bring a band through. And just repeat, grabbing the inside loop, bringing one band through. Now 2 and 3 together, inside loop. Bringing a band through those loops and slide. And just repeat, inside loop with one band, 2 and 3 together, inside loops. Bring your band through. Again now, 1 band through, 2 and 3 together. Bring your band through on your hook and slide. And we're going to do this one more time. Inside loop, one band. 2 and 3 together. So these are our last 2 stitches. Bring your band through and slide. You should have 10 stitches. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band around your hook. For round 11, I'm going to change color. So I'm going to use the black color now, and the pattern is going to be 1 and 2 together. Sorry, 1, 2 and 3 together. 1, 2 and 3 together. You're only going to repeat that 3 times. Your last stitch, where your stitch marker is, you're just adding one band. So at the end of round 11, you're going to have 7 stitches. So I'm going to go in my first chain, grabbing both those loops and bringing a band through. Because I'm changing color, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So kind of like a slip knot, I'm going to bring it through all of the bands that are on my hook, even this one, grabbing the end and sliding. Now I'm going to take 2, stitch 2 and stitch 3 and stitch together. And just repeat the pattern. 1, 2 and 3 together. Repeat. 1, 2 and 3 together, and you should have one chain left where your stitch marker is. Just going to add one band, bring it through. Remove your stitch marker, and I'm just going to open this up a little bit, and we're just going to add some stuffing now. You don't need a lot, like you really don't need to put a lot, and you're just going to push it through this hole here. I'm going to move my band to the center of my hook here, the middle, and just put the stuffing in. Now if you see that your nail polish bottle is looking like this, then you have too much stuffing. So what we want to do is just roll with your hands here. Any stuffing that's coming out at this point is what you're going to remove. So I don't have a lot to remove, so it's just a matter of me fixing with my hands. So all you're doing is just squishing from the bottom to the top, just like this. and that's it. I'm going to bring my band down, make sure all the stuffing is inside, and I'm going to attach my stitch marker to the band that's around my hook. For rounds 12 to round 16, continuing with the black, all we're going to do is 7 single crochets around. So I'm just adding one band to each chain around. I'm going to do 12 and 13 with you, and then you're going to pause the video and come back to me when you're all done the rounds. So I'm going to go on my first chain. It's small, so you're going to have to see your chains. There's my first black one. I'm going to bring a band through. On my hook and slide. Moving on to my second with one band. And just going all the way around until you hit your stitch marker, making sure that you're adding 7 bands on each round. I pulled this band here so you can see that this band is very loose. So all I'm going to do is grab the little slip knot here right inside and just give it a little tug just to loosen up some of the tension that I created. And I have my next chain and where my stitch marker is. And you're going to remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook, or if you're going to count your 7 bands, you really don't need to use the stitch marker. So going around, if you can't see your stitches, just open it up and then continue. Trying again. Your stitch marker might be in the way, so if you do want to just organize 7 bands in the 5 rounds here, then it would be just maybe easier for you. I have 2 chains left. And you should still have 7 stitches. So you can remove your stitch marker and add it to the band around your hook, or don't use it. So pause the video and continue the last 3 rounds and come back to me when you're done. For round 17, the last round, we're going to close this off. So for this round, I'm going to take 1 and 2 and stitch together, 3 and 4 and stitch together, 5 and 6 and stitch together. My last band, I'm going to do a slip knot. It's going to get a little bit tight here, but you can just pull out your bands and you'll be able to see. I'm not using a stitch marker. So I'm going to grab 1 and 2, so you can see I'm just kind of holding, stretching it out, and 2, and stitch together. Bring it through those 2 chains on your hook and slide. Now 3 and 4 and stitch together. And now the last 2 you're going to stitch together. 5, open it up and grab 6, and you're going to bring this band through all of the loops that are on your hook. So I have both ends. Grab your end and do a slip knot. So now we're going to fix this up. So with your hook, you're going to reach inside and you're going to pull the stuffing. So you're going to bring up a little bit to the handle. So I'm going to go in just right at the top here, and with my hook, bring some of the stuffing up. Just be careful you don't come right out with the stuffing, that I did several times before. And I'm just going to bring a little bit more. So I'm just bringing the stuffing up. And now we're going to fix the bottom. So I'm just going to open up the bottom here, just like this, making it flat. And I'm going to do the same thing around here. Not too much. And now for the top part, I'm just going to bring this slip knot and just hide it. So I'm just going to go inside from the side here of the handle. I'm going to go out right beside the slip knot and bring it through. And we're going to flatten the top. And it's done. Something easy. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.